What is the most depressing truth that you've had to accept? Just because you think someone is the one, doesn't mean they think you are. Extra pain is that other person will tell you that you are the one, because it's the easy option. Sometimes old friends don't want to reconnect. You have to subconsciously dehumanize the people outside the sphere of your consideration, because to be constantly aware and empathetic of the sheer human suffering all around you is to go mad. All you can do is help who you can. Edit. Wow, this took off. Thanks for the gold and all that. Use this as an opportunity to ask who you yourself have helped and what more you could do. Karma doesn't exist, and life is unfair. Some people will have all the bad things happen to them, even though they are good people. And some of the worst people ever will live a happy and fulfilling life, maybe even because they fudged other people over, and nothing will ever happen to correct that imbalance. That my parents are gonna eventually pass away. I don't know what I am going to do. Edit. If anyone needs someone to talk to, don't hesitate to send me a message. I'm here for all my Reddit friends. This is the one that does it for me too. IDK, what I'm gonna do without my dad. My wife is not happy with the way our life is together, and one day she will have to leave. Edit. Apparently commenters almost unanimously feel that this can be repaired. I'm heartened by this, but do still think it will end up happening. That some people do not care if they fudge your life over. They are too sociopathic to feel remorse or care about the consequences, or they'll gladly do anything for a quick laugh. I still have trouble accepting this fact still. After working customer service for years, I still get baffled by the sheer number of wicked people who want to see you get fired because they are having a bad day. Edit. Holy heck, my karma exploded XD. Growing up, I was abandoned by my dad, neglected by my mom, and sexually abused by my mother's boyfriends. Knowing this, my mom still treated me like a maid. I ran away, worked several jobs just to graduate, always went hungry, wrote my thesis by hand, was always alone when I got severely sick, etc. People would always tell me that all the suffering is just the world preparing me for something greater. Life will have so much goodness in store for me because of how much I've suffered. That's not necessarily true. Sometimes bad people will continue to have comfortable lives and good people will continue to suffer. Edit. Gold. Oh panics, what do I do? Thank you. Close bracket. Edit 2. AHH. I'm rich. Thank you, kind humans. Yes, you. Loyalty to a company means nothing to the company. Edit. Holy crap, my inbox. Summer vacation is over for me. Forever. I still have that feeling this time of year that I'm due 3 months off, where every day is a long day outside doing what I want to do, drinking out of hose spigots and dancing in sprinklers until it starts to get dark and you know you should head home for dinner, but you play just one more game. Then your mom calls you in and you head home before the orange sky turns purple, then black, and the crickets and frogs sing louder and louder. Now I work. I'm not a teacher, and I won't have any of that again until I retire. And when I retire, I doubt it will mean the same thing to me without the 9 months of school/work preceding summertime. Plus, old. I thought I could be happy being alone. I always find myself in relationships I shouldn't be in, because I feel depressed when I'm alone. I wish that were different. That death is forever, and life isn't fudging fair. Like, clearly I know that and everyone knows that, but I had a cousin who was literally the salt of the earth, give you the shirt off his back guy. He was an paramedic, always helping people. He looked after his mum his whole life. He lived with her, took care of her, did absolutely everything for her. She died last Christmas at 92. It was a blessing in disguise. She had had a few strokes and ended up in a home, and she said that she did not want to keep living like that. She also had been diagnosed with Huntington's, and so had my cousin. Fast forward to Easter this year, my cousin was heading from his house to his sister's, like a 20-minute drive away, and had a head-on collision with another car. Other guy walked away, but my cousin took the brunt. They turned off life support the next day. It was so bad they had a cloth over his face when he was on life support, so family didn't see how bad his face was. We thought when his mum died that he would get to live life for himself kind of thing, but he got 4 months of life before it was stolen from him. Yet you have murderers, terrorists and scumbags who live until they are 100. Bullcrap. I still can't believe I will never see him again. RIP Cousins Arcs. Edit. Holy moly, this absolutely blew up. Thank you to everyone for sharing your stories, advice, sympathy, and honesty. I have read them all. I tried to reply to Alert, but it is hard on mobile. Please know that I appreciate all of it though. And for those who are also going through a tough time, virtual hugs from a Reddit stranger. I'm willing to listen if you need to vent. That I'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Elderly people really once were the same excited child I was not all that long ago. Same with dead people. There's a catacomb full of bones in Italy with a sign that says as you are, we once were. As we are, you shall be. The only knight in shining armor I'm ever going to have is myself. Nobody is ever going to save me. I'm not special enough to save. I've gotten out of a lot of bad situations though, thanks to the above. Edit. I came to this conclusion as a 10-year-old in an abusive family. Time and therapy have helped a lot. Edit 2. For those of you who need some family to lean on. My parents just aren't capable of being the parents they should been. They aren't going to wake up one day and realize all they've done wrong. It's never going to change. Edit. Alright, gotta go with Reddit tradition. For the first time, RIP MYINBOX. Now I never have to do that again. You either gonna die young or live to bury your parents and friends. But that's what makes love a beautiful thing. No matter what you do, every relationship in your life is going to end messily. For example, I'm married. My wife could die, or I could die, or we could get divorced. Those are pretty much the only options as far as endings go. But I'm not going anywhere. Why? Simple. Whether we stay together 60 more years or 60 more seconds, my life is infinitely better for having had her in it. And regardless of the fact that I know, beyond any doubt, that one day it will end, I would rather be heartbroken then, than miss out on 1 second of time with her now. My chronic pain will be with me till the end. Edit. Wow, so many replies. Thank you all for your supportive comments and suggestions. I'm still hopeful. I attended some seminars at our hospital's pain clinic, and they ended with a doctor who said you wouldn't be here if you weren't a difficult case. You will probably never be cured of the pain. Ugh. They really should not have ended the series with that guy. Made me want to cry. Edit 2. Just wanted to make sure you all know about the /r/chronic pain sub over there. There's probably a person with the potential of being smarter than Einstein, but he's busy working all day to feed his parents/children because he was born poor and never got the chance to go to a school or university. That when you and your siblings grow up, you become separate families, and eventually you all feel like strangers. Edit. This is just my experience. I'm not saying this happens to all families. I'm just answering the AskReddit question, what is the most depressing truth you've had to accept? With my own experience. If it's not your experience, great, good for you, I'm truly happy for you. That my parents had multiple opportunities to stop my sister and I from being sexually abused, but they just didn't. They ignored the red flags and constant boundary violations, and even me telling them at a very early age that a certain man, who turned out to be my abuser, made me feel very uncomfortable and unsafe. They were otherwise very good supportive parents, but in this instance, they prioritized their social capital and convenience over protecting their daughters and my sister, and I paid the ultimate price. This is my own personal depression truth, but hopefully some people out there feel me on this. Being sexually abused will stick with you forever, and it will define who you are, whether you know it or not. That can be good or bad. You can use your traumatic experience and twist into something good, like a career path, or you can let it drown you. And if you let it drown you, it will be a constant downward spiral until you've realized you've hit rock bottom. And it will be incredibly hard to get back up. Edit. I'm sure not if this edit will get read, but I just feel the need to write it regardless. I want to thank every single one of you who replied to my comment with your own personal experiences and insight. Going through any form of abuse, not just sexual, is a traumatic experience. You are also amazing in every single way, and I wish the best to each and every one of you. Most people in positions of power really don't care about the people they are supposed to be representing. These leaders will actively work to sabotage other people who are competent and stop good ideas if those ideas are not their own. Alternatively, they will steal ideas and claim them if the ideas work. For them, looking good is far more important than human rights or humanity. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. Smiley face.